Hi, and thank you for visiting my channel. For more information, kindly subscribe and follow. Now let's get started. WWE Raw General Manager Adam Pearce recently took to social media to mock Randy Orton after he suffered a horrific injury on the latest edition of Friday Night SmackDown. The Viper was attacked by Kevin Owens on the Blue brand. Since Cody Rhodes agreed to team up with Roman Reigns at Bad Blood 2024, Kevin Owens has been at odds with the American Nightmare and Randy Orton, who took his former Legacy teammate's side. After Owens and Orton had a brawl at the Crown Jewel 2024 Premium Live event, things got worse between them on this week's SmackDown. During the show, KO brutally attacked the Viper, hitting him with a horrifying piledriver. WWE later revealed that the Apex Predator had suffered an injury following the scary move. Adam Pearce has now taken to X/Twitter to react to Randy Orton's injury. The WWE Raw General Manager posted a photo of himself delivering a piledriver in a match, seemingly mocking the Legend Killer's injury. Adam Pearce might have taken a shot at Randy Orton's injury with this post, as the latter had hit the Raw General Manager with an RKO during his brawl with Kevin Owens at Crown Jewel 2024. Bill Apter praised Triple H's booking of Randy Orton and Kevin Owens' segment on WWE SmackDown. During a recent edition of Sportskeeda Wrestling Smack Talk, Bill Apter said that he was impressed with Triple H's booking of Randy Orton and Kevin Owens' segment on WWE SmackDown. Apter also mentioned that everyone's reaction made Orton's injury seem legit even if it was part of a storyline. Triple H is an old-school guy in a new-school world. They did this so well when you looked and saw the worry on people's faces. Not just the fans, but Charles Robinson, the referee, and so many other ones there. There was no shtick. They didn't have Kevin Owens come out and attack him in the ambulance and all that. It was almost like, this guy is really hurt. Randy was out for such a long time, Joe, with his injuries. This could be Is this the end of Randy Orton's career? Apter wondered. It remains to be seen for how long Randy Orton will be sidelined from in-ring action with the injury. The energy in the WWE Universe was electric. The previous SmackDown had ended in chaos, with Randy Orton clutching his shoulder after a brutal steel cage match against Solo Sikoa. Orton's fans were buzzing with concern. Whispers of a potential career-ending injury rippled through social media. No one knew for sure if the Viper would make his way back to the ring. Adding fuel to the speculation, WWE's General Manager Adam Pearce took to Twitter with a cryptic message that evening, one that sparked outrage among Orton's most die-hard fans. As SmackDown rolled around, the arena was packed, fans anxiously hoping to hear an update on Randy's condition. Instead, the night kicked off with Adam Pearce striding down to the ring, a smirk tugging at the corner of his mouth. Pearce, dressed sharply in a suit, carried a microphone and moved with a swagger that felt out of character. "Let me just say, I feel great tonight," Pearce began, letting the crowd's chorus of boos wash over him. "Now, I know you're all here because you want an update on the Legend Killer Randy Orton." Pearce chuckled, rolling his eyes as he said Orton's nickname. "I understand the anticipation, the drama, and the suspense. It's WWE, after all. We live for this stuff, don't we?" The crowd was having none of it. Chants of Randy. Randy filled the arena. Pearce's expression shifted briefly into annoyance, but he quickly recovered and raised his hands to calm the audience. "Oh, don't worry. You'll get your Randy Orton update," he said, patronizingly. "But before we get to that..." The crowd gasped, a mixture of shock and anger palpable in the air. Pearce grinned, feeding off their reaction. "Let's face it," he continued, "Orton's been holding up real talent for years. This is the guy who thinks his legacy is untouchable, that he deserves every main event slot, every title opportunity, just because he's been around for over 2 decades. Pearce feigned wiping a tear. "It's so sad to see someone hold on so desperately when it's clearly time for the next generation to take over." The WWE Universe was livid. People in the audience held up "Get well soon, Randy" signs, and the chants in support of Orton grew louder. But Pearce wasn't done. "Oh, I see you're all upset," Pearce mocked, smirking. But let's be honest here, what has Randy Orton really done lately? He's been struggling to keep up with younger, faster, hungrier stars like Solo Sikoa. And let's not forget, I'm the one who signed the contract for that steel cage match, knowing very well Randy's, well, let's just say, questionable health. I thought, why not let him go out in a blaze of glory? And boy, did he deliver. One RKO and an arm in pieces. Priceless entertainment. Pearce paused, letting the words sink in. He took a few exaggerated steps around the ring, his eyes gleaming as he toyed with the crowd's emotions. Orton's injury, he said, lowering his voice for dramatic effect, is a blessing in disguise. WWE is evolving, and we need warriors who can adapt. Orton? He's a relic. A man of yesteryear who can't accept that his time is up. Pearce shook his head, feigning disappointment. So, here's what we're going to do. From this point on, the WWE will no longer recognize Orton's legacy. I'll see to it personally that his accolades are revised to reflect his true contributions. Just as the crowd was on the verge of a riot, Pearce's smug speech was interrupted by a familiar theme, voices by Rev Theory. The crowd erupted, unsure of what to expect. A few seconds later, to everyone's shock, Randy Orton appeared at the top of the ramp. He was wearing a sling, his shoulder visibly bruised and bandaged, but his expression was pure fire. Orton, microphone in hand, didn't wait for Pearce to speak. I couldn't sit back there and listen to this garbage for another second. Pearce, he growled, his voice dripping with anger. You think you can just stand out here and try to erase my legacy? The crowd exploded in cheers. Pearce looked slightly rattled but quickly regained his composure, smirking as he leaned against the ropes. Orton pointed at Pearce. You're standing in that ring because of me and guys like me who made WWE the powerhouse it is today. Without us, you'd be managing a bingo hall somewhere, dreaming of the big leagues. My legacy isn't going anywhere, least of all because of some pencil-pushing, power-tripping suit like you. Pearce laughed, clapping mockingly. Nice speech, Randy. But last time I checked, you're the one in a sling, barely able to stand. Face it, your body is giving out. It's over. Time to step aside for the real fighters. Orton smirked. You think I'm done? You think one bad shoulder is going to stop me? I'm Randy Orton, and I've come back from worse than this. You should know better than anyone that you can't kill what refuses to die. The crowd roared, rallying behind Orton's words. Pearce rolled his eyes, clearly unimpressed. Fine, Randy, Pearce said, crossing his arms. If you want to embarrass yourself, go ahead. But I'm warning you, if you step into my ring again, you're going to end up in more than just a sling. Orton stepped forward, even with the injury.